What up and what's poppin'? It's your boy Breeze from Fahrenheit 451. We burning the books alive. Yesterday we went a slight 2-2. Joe Val hit over his 15.5 points. Malachi Branham went out there and stunk it up. Darius Garland goes back to the ban list, and Franz Wagner goes over his 17.5 points. Right on to today as I give you my 5 best picks as well as 3 leans. So to get it started, give me Jamal Murray over 20.5 points at minus 128 odds over at FanDuel. He's hit this in his last 2 games straight up, and he's 5 out of 9 to this line in the month of March. He's hit this line 4 out of 4 games versus the Wizards when he's played 30 or more minutes, with point totals of 34, 35, 39, and 25. Next up, give me Joel Embiid over 33.5 points at minus 120 odds. He's 8 out of 10 to this line in the month of March, averaging 36.2 points. He's hit this line in his last 3 out of 4 versus Chicago with point totals of 37, 43, and 40. My last official straight bet will be DeMar DeRozan over 22.5 points at minus 122 odds. He's hit this in his last 4 out of 5 games versus Philadelphia, and he had 45 against Philly last year in 2022. He's also 7 out of 9 to this line in the month of March, averaging 27.8 points. Next up, I got 2 parlays for us. Give me DeMar DeRozan for 20 or more points, Zach LaVine for 20 or more points, Joel Embiid for 30 or more points, and Nikola Vucevic for 8 rebounds or more. That comes out to a total of plus 208. And then my last parlay will be Tyler Herro, 15 or more points, RJ Barrett, 15 or more points, and Jalen Brunson, 4 or more assists. That comes out to a total of plus 1, 2, 3. I also got 3 leans for us. Let's get right into it. Give me Zach LaVine over 24.5 points for minus 120 odds. He's 8 out of 9. He's 8 out of 9 to this line in the month of March, averaging 31.4 points a game in the month of March, and he's hit this line in his last 2 games versus Philly, and he had 40 against the Sixers back in January. My next lean is OG Anunoby over 16.5 points at minus 122 odds. He's hit this in his last 2 games versus Indy, and he's hit this in his last 5 out of 6 games straight up. I actually got 4 leans, excuse me. My next lean is RJ Barrett over 17.5 points at minus 120 odds. Miami gives up the 2nd most points to small forwards and the 5th most threes to small forwards. And my last lean of the day will be Tyler Herro over 19.5 points at minus 113 odds. He's hit this in his last 4 versus New York with totals of 29, 25, 25, and 21. And he's also 5 out of 10 to this line in his last 10 games. Let's keep having fun. Let's keep burning the books. Peace, love, and namaste. Do your own research and tail at your own risk. Gamble responsibly and never gamble more than what you can afford to lose. I'll see y'all tomorrow.